So, finding your purpose is, I think, one of the most important things that you can do. And for me, it was going to bed at night and asking what my purpose was, and then waking up and having my journal or laptop and recording what was given. And it took practice. It took a number of months to get enough information that I knew that I was in that space of deciding and wanting to know more. And it became the most important thing in my life. It wasn't that happen chance request. It wasn't that need to know when it's convenient. It became the most important, have to know, gotta know thing. It became all consuming. It became life changing, really. And so there was a practice, and it was asking and then being open during that in between time of waking up and being asleep, where I found the answers started to come. And when I started to type faster than I wrote, I transitioned from my journal to my laptop. And that was really how all of this began for me. And two, I would wake up while I had my other job, and I would wake up and ask questions and try to be in that meditative, contemplative type of way and see what would come in and see what would germinate and see what would resonate as being plausible. And I have to say that this has become the most important thing in my life. It's all I care about. And it's not so much that I think anything, it's the reason this is so important to me now is because I think others need to have the opportunity that I've had through the elders. And the elders are those that are beings of pure consciousness, infinite awareness. And they've shared much with me. And I've been given multiple books, and daily I get insights. I get answers to questions that I posed. And so I feel like they have been my lifeline, and that life would be so different if I didn't know them, if I didn't feel their love, their unconditional love, when I enter into the vibration of love, when I focus upon my heart space instead of upon the mental space, when I ask questions and seek to know more. And I'll say developing your meditational practice, developing your prayer practice, developing a means of contemplation, or having that space where you allow almost a nothingness to come into that mental cavity up above that is so used to dictating crazy stuff, checklists and to do lists of things that really have no significance in the long term scheme of things, that really have no significance on how my life will unfold in a big picture sort of way. And so, what I know for sure is that I'm tired of being distracted by the mental profferings or the mental platitudes or the mental knowingness of what I need to be doing. But instead, I engage with what I feel like I should be doing and want to do, and things that resonate and bring joy. Because if another can feel the deep inner fulfillment, I think, that I feel in all of this, if they can express and know, and if you can express and know that thing that lights you up, your purpose, it's a game changer. It's why I'm here. It's why you're here. And it's probably why you're listening to this now. And so, what I'll say for sure is that when you focus on the heart space, when you begin by just focusing and placing your intention there and your attention there, then you can move into the things that you were meant to discover because we're here to know an energy, because your purpose is an energy. We're to know an energy that we wanted to understand that we didn't quite understand when we weren't physical, when we were still spirit. We incarnated, we came and incarnated here because we needed to take this physical form and take the form that, because we needed to understand what thus and such would feel like when being in the energy found within this earth platform, found here on earth. Mhm. And when you find that thing, when you find that understanding, when you get about doing the thing that you could do all day and all night long without ceasing, because it brings you joy and an inner fulfillment, and you know you've found that thing because that's the thing that has brought you here. And that's the beauty of earth. You no longer look at life as being difficult, although there are things that are difficult, but you don't really see it that way anymore. You see the beauty of a tree or a flower or of your existence. You see all of those things in a different way. You see all of those things in almost a loving sort of way. And you look at life so differently, and your perspectives change. And when the mind comes in and tries to tell you how something is oh so difficult or is unnecessary to know, or I don't know, some platitude, you chuckle at it. And I tell you, it is the most disarming thing for the mind to be laughed at because what it suggests is very serious. What it suggests you should be fearful of because what if this or what if that? And when you chuckle at what the mind tries to engage you in, it's a game changer because then you're outwitting the wit, as the elders would say. And you're not getting into the crazy suggestions, the limitations that it seeks to suggest. And so that's what I wanted to share this day, that none of this is rocket science. And none of this is exceedingly hard, but you've got to stay with it for a time because you're going to be in a mind game, and the mind will seek to move you off center and will tell you how this thing is so insignificant and isn't of value at all. And why are you wasting your time doing this seemingly worthless thing? But I will say that it is the reason that you're here. And it's certainly the reason I'm here. And when you recognize that and you realize that everything is a choice and there's no mandate that you have to do anything immediately, but once you become aware and you realize that this thing exists and and it exists in a bigger way than you might have realized before. And everything else changes. And now your days are different, your objectives are different, and your life is no longer as you thought it once was. What a gift. And I am so eternally grateful. And I hope you get significance from this today and that you see that your life can be anything that you want it to be because you can be the most magnificent manifester and shift change your world to be all that you hope it to for it to be all that you hope for it to be as you move this day in a most magnificent way.